What's going on, guys? Jamie here, back again with another episode, and today it's the last game of the season. We finally got there. We've played the rest of the games since you last joined me when we won the title. I did what I said I would do, I rotated a little bit, and the results have been a bit of a mixed bag. I didn't realise our second string was quite as weak as it is, which is slightly worrying as we head into the Premier League next season. But nonetheless, let's have a quick recap of forms since we've last been together. So in that game where we beat Sheffield Wednesday to clinch the title, we then had a 1-1 home draw with Leeds. As you can see from the side, a very rotated team, and we struggled really. Diame scored with virtually you can see it there. Scored in injury time to save us, but yeah, it was a really poor game. Next we had an away trip to Ipswich. Again, another really poor game. A very similar team, but I don't really know how we didn't lose this game, to be honest. Ipswich were all over us, and we were lucky to escape with a 0-0. I think it tells really that 3 out of the 4 of our backline got over a 7 rating. We then followed that up with a surprising 2-0 win against Preston. Preston were struggling, and it was only substitute Daryl Murphy that actually got us out of this mess. So yeah, I stuck with a fairly rotated team. It's a fairly similar team for 3 games in a row. Brought on Murphy, and he actually saved us from embarrassment. And then in the last game, a defeat, only our 3rd of the season, and this actually popped up. I think it was before one of the games previous. It actually popped up saying that we were on a really long unbeaten streak, and I didn't actually realise. It's just been going through, and yeah, it never actually even occurred to me. And I had a look back before this. We'd been unbeaten in the league for 23 games. The last league game we lost was the away game to Wigan on the 13th of December. But yeah, 23 league games unbeaten. That's mad. That's half a season. Unfortunately, it did come to an end against Cardiff. They were just a better team on the day. Again, as you can see, Daryl Murphy had to come off the bench to score for us, but it wasn't enough. But anyway, 23 games unbeaten is nice. Obviously, pivotal role in playing its part in us getting to the title. 17 of those 23 games were wins, which I think is quite impressive, and only 3 losses out of 45 games. Hopefully, obviously, we can avoid doing that today as we pick up the championship trophy. But I am gonna pick a fairly similar team. You know, it is the last game of the season, but I still want to give a game to those who haven't quite played that much. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick, I never really do this actually, but I think we're going to pick the squad together. I normally have the squad always selected on screen, but I think we're going to go through this together. So obviously if Darlow is injured, he's out for 5 to 6 weeks, and Shembri is out for 4 weeks. Excellent. So obviously then Matt Sells is going to have to play in goal. Oh, my apologies. A right back's going to have to be DeAndre Yedlin. Now, our back 2, I think I am going to go with Grant Hanley and Kieran Clark. There's a good chance as well, actually, just a side note, there's a good chance that now we've won the league, now I'm rotating the team and giving football to those players who aren't playing as much. It's actually making those players happier. Some that have raised concerns about not playing, it's actually making them happier. So, you know, it's kind of done me a favour really. Anyway, at left back, I think I'm gonna go with Lazar. Right midfield, Jamie Patterson. I think he's not gonna quite get his 46 appearances for the season, but he's been a great servant nonetheless. So yeah, we'll stick Patterson out on the right, and I think, let's have a look. Who have we got? Hayden, Shelby, Colback, and Diame. Okay, so I'm gonna go for, I think, Mo Diame and Isaac Hayden. Left midfield, we'll go with Rolando, and then up top, no Shembri. So I think we'll go with Murphy and Gale. And then we just need to fill our bench. Okay, so I've pitched my subs now. Um, but yeah, we're gonna keep to the same shape. I think one thing actually that might not have helped us, obviously personnel, it makes a massive difference. But I've changed the playmaking role from an attacking playmaker or advanced playmaker, sorry, to a deep lying playmaker. Now I don't know if that has made any difference. I don't know, maybe it's just Shelby's been playing so well. I'm not too sure, but let's get this party started. We're receiving the trophy today, so let's follow that up with an impressive result. Right, slightly different to normal, but I'm gonna give a relaxed team talk today. Just gonna go for the calm approach and say, just go out there and enjoy yourselves. And then I have the faith. I don't want to put the pressure on. It's a day to be enjoyed. So let's just let them go out and hopefully we'll get the result. But yeah, I can't believe we finally actually got to the end of the season. I know it's taken a little while to get there, and I apologise for that. I know, obviously, uploads have been quite irregular, but we've finally got here, and I am really trying now to become more, basically trying to upload more regular. Couldn't think of what I needed to say, but yeah, no, hopefully the uploads should become more regular. I'm trying to actually schedule it into my spare time of when I'm recording and all sorts. So hopefully you will see more uploads as Gale scores a deflected free kick. It will go down as a Gale goal. It's 8 for the season. And we hit the 100-point barrier. Well, we break the 100-point barrier. But yeah, and it's take and the same thing has literally just happened again. Gale with another deflected free kick. Oh, I haven't turned replays on. I just realised that. Apologies. Oh, that one won't show. But yeah, 2-0 to the good, a carbon copy of each goal. Yeah, it's taken a while to get here. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the views, for the likes. Um, it's taken a while, but we've got there. So I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to making more videos on that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. As Barnsley come forward for the first time in this game, and Alex Mowat and Hamill. He's playing in Marley Watkins. Now, what can he do? Back to Mowat. Hamill again. Oh, he's gone past Yedlin. No one fouls. Marley. Oh, it's gone in. I didn't know what was happening then. I saw it struck the bar and bounced in, I think. It's bounced past the line and then. Let's have a look. I think it bounced in front of the line and then span backwards. Watkins hit the bar, yeah. It's hit the ground. I don't know whether it's bounced back up, hit the bar, and then gone in, but anyway, it's gone in nonetheless. Watkins' 18th goal in the season. That's quite impressive. Quite an impressive tally. As we come to half time, then it is 2-1 thanks to two Gale free kicks. We're playing well, but let's kick on. I don't want this. I don't want this result to be in any doubt. Barnsley aren't having the greatest of seasons, so last home game we should be comfortably winning this game. I've been having to think as well about the squad and who's going to be coming with me to the Prem and who's not. I think the majority of the squad is good enough to compete. I'm not saying we're going to be pulling up any trees, I have no idea, but the majority of the squad will be there for sure. Potentially, I'm thinking places that we could improve. I mean, potentially a new goalkeeper. I mean, as good as Darlow's been, I don't know whether he's quite Premier League standard. Um, Maybe a new right back again. Obviously, we've only got Yedlin, so I don't know whether I'm going to put my faith in Yedlin and play him all next season, or whether we're going to look for someone of higher quality. I think the centre halves are a good enough quality. Probably 3 out of the 4. I'm thinking mainly Hanley. I'm not too sure. Left back, Dummett. I'm quite happy with Dummett in the Premier League again. Maybe Lazar. Not too sure. Midfield, obviously, most of that midfield is Premier League quality. Matt Ritchie for sure. Yeah, Matt Ritchie. Who else? John Joe Shelby, of course. Diame, although he hasn't played that much, I still feel like he's probably of good enough quality, so he'll be sticking around. Colback and Hayden, I'm not too sure, as Gale goes close, but a good save by the Brighton keeper. Then left mid, Atsu, I am not too sure. Was tempted to put try and get Atsu permanently. I think there is a clause in his contract where I can get him for like 5 mil, but I'll have to see whether he's actually interested in coming. But yeah, I think maybe he's someone that I'd love to sign on a permanent basis. Um, as well, Rolando. I think Rolando will stick around. Oh, as Gale gets his hat trick. Lovely stuff. He's finally at double digits for the season. I'm glad for the boys. You know, he's on the intro to these videos, so I thought he was going to be the guy that would lead us to promotion, but it's not quite been the way. But he's having a fantastic game today, and hopefully now that will see the game off and put it beyond any doubt. But where were we? Yeah, we're going back to the squad. Strikers. I'm not too sure. I think striking could be probably the department where we need the biggest amount of work doing. I'm just going to take Clark off here because he's struggling and he's on a booking. But yeah, Gale, again, I hoped he would do well this season. He hasn't quite worked out for him, so I'm not too sure. Mitrovic, oh, as they hit the post, that's good effort. Mitrovic, I probably would come up with me, but the likes of Murphy, Shembri, will probably look to replace. So it could be a bit of a busy summer. Hopefully, not too much work needs doing, and we can keep the core of this squad together. As Murphy robs the ball, that's a good save by Davis. And I've just noticed on the side actually, in the run up to the sort of deciding games when we were playing the likes of Sheffield Wednesday and Burton and Wigan, it was Huddersfield and Reading that were battling it out for promotion, but it actually looks like they're going to miss out, and it looks like Wolves are going to sneak in there. They've been in and around for all those games, but it was always Huddersfield and Reading on the forefront. But yeah, it looks like Wolves have sneaked in. Look how tight it is, though. Even Brighton, if things had gone their way, could have got automatic promotion. So a good competitive season. Villa just missing out on the playoffs, and that's it. We finish our league campaign with a 3-1 victory against Barnsley. I'm glad for the players that came in, and yeah, hopefully there are some absolute scenes as we receive the trophy, and Captain John Joe Shelby will be lifting that championship trophy. So if we just have a quick review then. 3 losses in 46 games, 29 wins, 40 draws, goal difference of plus 49. We break the 100-point barrier and see how many goals we've scored as well. If we just have a quick look, stages. There we go. So 90 goals scored, 41 conceded. Not quite the best record in the Championship. Villa only conceding 32, but then they only scored 55. So, and we didn't even score the most in the Championship. 91 for Huddersfield. But yeah, you look at those losses, no one else comes close. There's one thing actually as well I wanted to show you in our region day. We didn't have a great region day, but there was one guy that really stood out. James Boothby. I've already signed him to a pro deal. Only problem is, he's an attacking midfielder, and as we know, I don't play attacking midfielders. So I don't know whether to convert him to a striker, or by the time he comes through, we might change our tactic. But he's already 16 years old, already 1.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. He's growing already, so who knows? Like, he could well go out on loan next season, so who knows? But if it comes to nothing with this guy, I'm sure we can make a healthy profit on him. But yeah, nonetheless. Actually, as well, we were saying about the squad restructure and the rebuilding job. That, well, I say rebuilding, just be building on top of what we've already got here. But the budgets that have been set, quite generous. Plenty of wage budget to work with, 40 million to spend. Hopefully, we'll have enough about us to strengthen the squad. And then, if we have a quick look at stats for this season, then just to round off, we got. Oh, not scroll to the top, that would be helpful. So Matt Ritchie, top appearance maker, 43 appearances. Yedlin, Lascelles and Bemba all up there. Goals, Mitrovic, top goal scorer with 15. As champions, you'd ideally probably want a striker that's hitting that 20 goal target, but that's something we can look to work on next season. Matt Ritchie getting his hand in the goals as well, 12, a very nice amount. I'm happy with that. Gale and Murphy both eventually hitting double figures. Atsu honourable mention with 9, and then Colback with 6, so not too bad. If you have a look at the assists, all shared round quite nicely. Atsu and Gale joint top assists, so that's quite good. Colback and Richie with 8, Mitrovic, Aaron, Shelby all with 7, Hayden even chipping in with a few. Average rating wise, Atsu is our top performer of the season. Worth 14 million. If I could snap him up for 5 million, like the deal says, that'd be an absolute bargain. That'll sort out our left wing problem. And Bemba with a good average rating as well. Colback, Richie, Dummett, all putting in their performances. So very happy with that. Right then, I think with that is going to wrap up today's episode and indeed this season. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, if you want to see next season, subscribe to the channel. That will be coming to you. And I will see you guys soon.